Okay, let's sell that other junky shield. I've actually got like a really top tier shield just sitting there spare. Oh yeah, even just keeping track of the Final Fantasy numbering was hard enough for a while there. Once you add in the Final Fantasy Adventures or Final Fantasy Legend or whatever they were all called, it just got to be such a mess. I'm not off topic. Actually, that is good. Good catch. I forgot that I named the stream Snes Nostalgia Party. Let's all just remember the good old days. All right, inventory good enough. I generally just call them like Final Fantasy 2 NES, Final Fantasy 4 Super Nintendo. Like that's how I try to keep track of them. Or like I'll refer to the Game Boy Advance remake, like Final Fantasy Origins, because that sort of covers it as well. Hey, we got a fire sword now. We can get through here way faster, except by the time I find the sword, I should just move it up to the first page, because it's probably worth switching in and out a lot in this dungeon. It's a bad primary weapon, but you do need it for some puzzles. Also, saying it shoots fireballs is a bit of an exaggeration. Mystic Quest was the European name for Seiken Densetsu. Yeah, see, that's like what I was saying. I know once you start switching between North American and European versions, it gets really hard to keep track of it all. I'm so glad we've got Google and Wikipedia nowadays. Alright, I'm getting close to the far enough backtrack. I think this is the wrong room, though. Yeah, this is the wrong room. Unless... Well, that saves a bit of time. That's all it does. That doesn't really... Okay, we just gotta go a little bit further back. Yeah, puzzle sword. I wish, you know, like... Traditionally, a fire sword is a very powerful sword. Like, how many video games have a flaming sword of some type being one of the sort of end game or nearly top tier type weapons? And of course, for this one, thanks Enix, the flame sword is actually just a puzzle weapon that is less damage than the swords you already have. Like, and it doesn't do extra damage to enemies or anything. I don't think. Like, there's no. I don't think anything is like weak to fire, so there's no advantage here compared to the well, whatever the dang it, whatever the 7 damage sword is called. It just is straight up better. Let me just go back to my more trusty boomerang. It's just, if we're going to be fighting enemies across pits and stuff, this is just so much easier to use. Plus, I hate this room so much. I mean, the invincibility frames almost saved us there. Alright. But yeah, this way I don't have to like jump and swing or anything. I can just kill them from relative safety. Alright. Pretty much safe now. Dragon Warrior. Oh yeah, I guess Dragon Warrior tended to go more towards the lightning-y thunder side of things than fire, but that's fair. And we are talking Enix here, so maybe that's how they went with this game. Fire is useless. Fire doesn't do any damage. Alright, I'm gonna save it again. Try the charge attack? I think the charge attack will just be, unless I'm totally mistaking it, it should just be the magic? Crystallis, yeah, that's a fun one. I remember that one. You think this has a different magic attack? No. There's no... This is a spell that I bought back in town. This is not related to the fire sword. And it's a terrible idea because it causes a lot of lag. Generally. I wonder, maybe the fire does extra damage to the skeletons. No, of course not. Alright. The other thing I should be doing is, one of these days, we're going to get lucky and our power source is going to give us 3 points of power. One of these days. Hey, we got the RNG finally. So 18 to 21, that's the maximum upgrade. No need to play that stat maxing necessarily, but that's how I like to run. That's how I roll. Oh, good! I think Rain might have found his wife here. Maybe. Sure, man. The stop medallion. Okay, this might be one of those good spells. Maybe. Maybe. It might be helpful for something. Well, at least they just warped right out of here. Good. Alright, so that's the stop spell. We'll see what it does. Thanks for telling me what key is in the chest. Very helpful plaque. The rotator spell? Oh, I see where you're going with rotation. Yeah. Did I just get... Oh, no. Power capsule is the red things, right? That's not the same as the power source. Okay. Yeah. Naruto. Gotta be careful whenever you bring that up on streams. Draws out a certain fan base. I mean, like, anti-fan base. I'm totally kidding. It's all good. Alright, so we had to backtrack to here. There was no choice. I think now that we've got that, it'd be faster if I teleported somewhere. Although I don't know what floor exactly. At least Castle 2, but maybe Castle 3 will take me right where I want to go. I would say if you somehow grew up without having access to a Super Nintendo, you missed out. Because it had all the best games. Okay, we'll put this sword away for a while. So now that I've got a flame sword, I want a flamerang. Oh, look, we're killing... Yeah, look, the power source made it, so I can kill the stupid brain things in one hit. That's so much better. Much, much improved. Now I'm not going to get paralyzed every 10 seconds. Maybe. I still got paralyzed, didn't I? Dang it. I had to open my big fat mouth. Alright, I think this is the gate key route. I think. And... this is the gate key number 1? Yeah. Unfortunately, there's 3 gate keys, and I might not have the 3rd, and have to find the ice flood room first. So... The only good thing here is it now I know where like the end of the dungeon is, and yeah, I think I know where that is too, but it's just not here. But it does clear out a little bit of inventory, and now I can kind of mentally map the dungeon out a little bit better. I'm pretty sure this one needs a 3rd gate key, or gate key number 3. Probably, but I'll try the key I've got just in case. Worst thing is when you like don't use it, explore the whole dungeon, and then you're like, oh, I had the key the entire time. It is true, the brain things are kind of like Metroid, Mocktroid type enemies. Luckily they don't like, you know, grab onto you and drain all your life. We only did that when we were drowning in the flooded room. Yay, Dodongo, level 2. Now, I'm not sure if it'll be noticeable, but essentially we'll get our healing fairy to heal us more regularly now, so that should help. Yeah, they kind of look like Metroids. Just Metroids with big brains. We are playing Brain Lord. I mean, what do you think we're playing here? You should totally get a Snes Classic. The scalpers are probably selling for like $1,000 by now. I want to use my map and get a bit of an idea of where I'm trying to go, because I'm a little bit mixed up on exactly how to get where I need to go. So north of here is the 4-door route. Not Mordor, 4-door. And I think I've explored everything up top. The black room in the top left is the watered room, and I don't think there's any way to get across that. Although maybe I should go back up there and see if I missed something. Otherwise, I have to go up a floor back to level 2, and I don't remember. Unfortunately, I just don't remember exactly... Oh, maybe the stop spell is useful in that room or something. There's got to be somewhere where the stop spell does something, because I think it's... Oh, we're in the anti-magic field, of course, so we can't even use it here, but... There's got to be a reason he gave it to us, right? The Four Sword? Yeah, that's another game, right? Should open the way to the left, I think. Puzzle doors. Alright, so anti-magic. Okay, that doesn't do anything. But I don't remember... There must be a way... There must be something here. You land underwater and drowned. So you gotta get out of here fairly quick. But then you end up in like a different area. I wonder if you fall down on the right square here, if you end up on the platform. No, that just drops you back here. So I still don't remember, I still don't know what the trick is for this room. There's like a scrolly platform up there, so if you got onto, if you landed up there, you could get back down. But unless there's an invisible platform here, I don't know how to get across. Let me just look at my map again here. Maybe something will come to me. Maybe we drop down from above. I'll have to check the floor up from here then. Because that's all that's left on this third floor. There's the 3 gates that probably lead to the boss. And I think I've been everywhere else by now, so... The 1 ring to 4 door. Only if I get my own Sam. If I can get a Sam to come with me, I'll go to 4 door. Oh, come on, scorpions. Well, poison again. Definitely bad experience in this dungeon. Like, it's not that it is a bad experience necessarily, but you don't get very many level ups for your dudes. Your dudes and your dudettes. And your dudongos and your duderinos. Alright, so we're gonna go back to the right here, which I believe has the staircase up, if I remember correctly. And we can save it, which, you know, is probably not the worst idea. So remember, I can just teleport here with a warp gate anyway. That's quick. And then we have to see if there's anything on this floor that, like, drops us into that top left water area. Or if there's just... There has to be a locked door somewhere for that floodgate. And I don't remember where it is. So we're in the bottom right, of course, of the ferry. It's probably, like, in the top left or something. The bottom left area was where we got the spike boots, I think. And a key. Like, I think we're done there. And then I think the top right was where we started this floor. So it's probably to the top left. That's what I'm going to go with. Mutated fairies. Yeah, I don't know. I was always a pretty big fan of Sam in the book, so... That's all. And in the movie, man. He did a good job. I should really try out the stop spell on some enemies for you guys. And just use magic in general more often, because I'm clearly not... I'm not showing it off very much. Alright, this room, this way, it's hard to necessarily get where you want on this floor, because of how this layout is. That room forcing you to go around loop-de-loops. Keep hoping I'll get the blue XP orbs from one of these guys. I wonder if it was like an oversight on the developers. It's just they forgot to flag a switch in here, like to flip a switch in the programming that actually drops blue orbs, or if they designed it with the intent to be mean. Okay, this is the room I was looking for. I think there's a locked door here. Yeah, that's it. That's gotta be it. Oh, it's already... Remember when... Okay, so for those of you watching this in video form later, this has just been a gong show of a thing. I was supposed to keep these episodes to like an hour long. We're up to an hour 40. Thanks for watching, but I'm going to just finish this one and maybe I'll have split it into 2 one-hour sections without proper intros at some point. We'll see. The key is on the control pad. It was the shield button. I figured it out. It was pretty easy. I used my big brain again. Follow the flow of water. But something terrible will happen if you fall into the pool downstairs. Yeah, well, we learned about that already. Is there anything behind the waterfall? Because, like, you know, pretty sure it's a stipulation for all video games to have something behind the waterfall. It's part of the minimum requirements. Video game unions are going to get you. Alright, so because I know that if you fall in, you have to redo that whole route, we're putting a save state there, and if I fall, I'm just going back. I'm just reloading. I mean, we should be fine, but you never know. You never know. There's probably just some enemy types that just don't drop stuff. And they probably did it on purpose, or maybe they completely forgot, I guess, but... I found the meat! And 3rd gate key. Alright, that's everything. Okay, well, we'll use the warp gate to go back to the 3rd floor. And I know where I'm going, so we're not going to get lost this time. If this all works, then this is maybe a slightly smaller tower, or slightly smaller dungeon than the other two, which is nice. Yeah, the enemies don't drop much in general. Like, they can drop hearts that heal you, and some of them can drop, I think, like antidotes and stuff. But it does seem like exceptionally rare that enemies drop anything, even the experience. I'd rather if every enemy just dropped like 1 or 2 experience, rather than a tiny % chance to drop a 50 experience orb, which is what that is. You know, I'd rather just have a consistent small gain than a gambling once in a blue moon gain. It's a bit mean. Almost as mean as those poisonous plaques. Alright. We're probably pretty much done this dungeon, I hope. Let me try out... Oh, anti-magic. I was going to try out my stop spell. Well, you remember what happened in Toronto, hopefully. Hey, look! I talk about it enough and suddenly we're getting XP orbs. Now I have to see if we can farm it in this room. Because if there is a boss coming, I would love to have my healer fairy at least get, like, a couple level ups. We just got it, and we've done an entire dungeon, and it's got, like, no XP. Doesn't look good. Maybe it's just, like, a tiny %, you know? Like, in this dungeon, the enemies just give you a 1% chance of getting an XP orb, and that just... Because there's certainly some enemies that are just always... Like, there has to be a flag for some enemies where they always drop blue orbs. But then there is, most of the time, just like a random chance. And it could be an enemy counter where you have to kill like 50 before you get one or something, but I don't know. I believe that's how most of the Zelda games did it in the old days. There's like I know Zelda 2, the Metroidvania one, it had like, I think it was every 5 or so enemies dropped an item, and then the item was random what you got. And if it was a large style enemy, you would get an upgraded version of the item. If it was a small type of enemy, you'd get the smaller version. It's kind of weird. Hey, Dave. Yeah, these should show up on YouTube, or at least I'll release them at some point. I'm having some technical difficulties on the actual recording side today, but I'm sure I'll make it up onto YouTube, the whole series, at some point, once I figure it out. And I've managed to include chat into the video, at least. Have I played Spelunky? Yeah, I've played it a bit. And I've watched other people play it a bit more. It's a bit too difficult, although it's not like I'll never play it. It's just it's kind of crossed a little bit into the like Super Meat Boy platforming that I'm not a huge fan of because I'm not particularly good at that kind of what do you want to call it? Like precision platforming or something maybe? I don't know, something like that. Not to say it's impossible, it's just I never really got into those kind of roguelikes. Same thing with like Binding of Isaac and all that, where essentially you basically have to use a Wikipedia to figure out what stuff does or how to like actually beat the game. Like you just, if you play it blindly, you just stumble around for ages, and I've never been a huge fan of that style of game. Or if I am, just not enough to want to like record it or anything. So we've got ourselves a puzzle. I'll have to stop talking about other games here and think about this game for a second. We've got four types of items and we got 4 switches and 4 items. We're gonna have to use the rocks to block the balls. So I'm thinking, just be careful not to push anything into a corner, and we should be able. I should be able to do this. I'm gonna have to move both rocks to do this, but it's fine. Because I can push the other block back after I'm done. Can I? This isn't gonna work, is it? Well, I was gonna use this one and put it here, but then once it's there and this block's here, then I can't move the rock anymore. So I think I actually have messed it up. Okay, I've got a better plan then. This will work. It's a little bit longer and maybe not the most optimal solution, but this will work and we won't get stuck here at least. And I have to actually finish it from the right side or else I'm stuck as well. Like, I have to make the final motion from the top half of the map or else I'd be stuck on the bottom half. Alright, I think that's fine. We got the puzzle. I'm sure there's a easier way to finish it probably. Yeah, the notifications are weird, Dave. I do try to set out a Steam group reminder, and then at least a few hours before the live stream I try to set the event up, but sometimes YouTube's weird with stuff like that. I don't know. The wave key. Everyone wave goodbye, wave hello. Yeah, I mean, they changed it so you have to, like, there's like you subscribe to someone and you have to have notification settings. It's the little bell icon somewhere, like. They've been playing around with that for the last couple years, and I don't know. It's not even how I watch people usually. I just, like, bookmarks. I've always basically bookmarked channels that I like or playlists that I want to watch later. I very rarely go with the live notification stuff myself. Alright, I think we're at the end of this dungeon. Could be wrong, but I bet you this is it. Alright, through the wave door. Oh, through the watery goblin death. Wave at the key, that's great. I'm so glad we've got all these emotes. Or emoticons, or emojis, or whatever the kids are calling them these days. Is anyone else upset that they call them emojis nowadays? It always kind of rubs me the wrong way. So if I jump down, I'll land on a spike, but I can jump this way. Gotta pay attention to those blocks. This looks like a secret. Should be a secret there. I tried. You're an eyesore! Oh, come on, guys! I'm so tired of getting poisoned. I mean, the funny thing is in this dungeon, like, if you're playing it for the first time, you have to read the plaques to get instructions for a lot of puzzles. So you don't even really have a choice. You have to read them all, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to finish. And then, of course, they punish you for also reading them, which is just, I don't know, it's not cool. It's too many words for the same thing. Well, I don't know the original definition of the things. I think E, like for internet, back in the old early internet days, everything had an E in front of it. Like e-commerce and I don't know, everything. I don't have a lot of good examples, but trust me. So then you got these little pictures they added to text. So like, what are those? Well, they're kind of like emotions, like, because it's hard to portray your feelings while you're writing an email or a text message or whatever. So they added these little happy faces and stuff. And so I would assume they're like emotions, so emotions, and that's emote, and that's okay. But then they're also kind of like icons, so emoticons. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then at some point, and now I'm feeling old, but at some point it's like, nah, we're gonna call them emojis. I'm like, okay, what the heck is that? Where'd you get that from? Like, like that one I don't understand. I don't follow anymore. Oh! What was the drink anyway? I picked this up. I picked up a drink and I don't even know what I do with it. What I do? Oh, there it is. Okay. It'll be like the blue and red orbs that like double your attack or defense, except just your speed. I don't remember that being particularly useful, but I'll hold on to it and I'll try to remember it. Oh, of course, of course. Emoticon sounds like a whiny transformer. Yeah, well see, I think I forget exactly, but I'm pretty sure when I was younger, I was cool with the emotes, just calling them emotes. Because, yeah, emoticon's kind of a weird word. So shortening it to emote, that's fine. But, yeah, that's, you know. I feel like at least they had a reason for it. And emos, yeah, I mean, like, once you start calling it emos, like, doesn't emo have a terrible connotation anyway? The water's frozen. I guess, actually, the animation is solid. It's not even bubbling or anything. It was probably poisonous anyway before it frozen, so. Hey! EXP orbs! Well, now I have to test out if that one will respawn, because, well, I've talked about this at length, I'm sure. Just to trademark the name? Are they trademarked, though? Is that like an Apple name or something? Because, like, I didn't think they were, like, this is the Samsung, we call it the Samsung Android phone, whatever, smartphones are going to use this one, and the iPhones are going to use this one, or whatever, like, I thought that was just a catch-all, but what do I know? Is this frozen as well? Of course it is. Alright, well this looks, you know what this looks like, guys? This looks like a boss room. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I should have tried the fire sword on the fountain. Good point. Oh, this looks like a painful boss fight. Alright, Ramus. Oh. Okay, we're gonna fight some ghosts. Alright, alright. Icy platforming with ghosts that charge at me and cause lag. And I can't hurt any of them. Maybe my magic. Ha! Magic for the win! I'm so glad I have the boomerangs here. If you're trying to do this without the boomerangs, I feel bad for you, son. And you know, I'm not even doing this the easy way. Like, they actually hit me pretty hard, to be honest. Like, I took a lot of damage. But I've got a really easy way to win this if I want. I thought he just flew away. Cheated. I think the Emoji movie came out considerably later than the term emoji, but I don't know. Let's try with the power capsule. Should have probably done that first, but we'll be doing double damage. Like, this guy'll be dead in seconds. Alright, easiest boss fight ever. Fire Sword works? Yeah, well, this works way better. Stop magic and then boomerangs with a power upgrade. Man, that's the way to do that. A better healing fairy would have made it a little bit more secure, but I'm fine. We're good. I would imagine chasing those around with the fur sword would be terrible. Alright, Ramus, enough of this. Smack him. Yeah, Rain, you smack him good. Oh, remember Ferris is our friend, right? Aw, she's been with us since the beginning. We did all of this for nothing. She knows everything about the dragons and the ice castle. And she's just been in human form hanging out. Who called that one, hey? What a twist! Yeah, he'll just kidnap them and then lock them in an ice chamber where they slowly freeze to death. He doesn't hurt them himself. What a troll dungeon. Alright, take care of things. Just like that. Done. Why did I have to fight all those ghosts? She was here all along. Well, at least we get the electric guitar back. Don't forget, our quest is to save the dragons, so it's good to know that we're on the hunt again. Come on, I told you from the beginning I was after the dragons, right? Remember the legend? There's something about the dragons fighting the evil lords, or something about that. Bellstorm, apparently. Do we have to gather 7 Dragon Balls first? The last 2 hours? Yeah, pretty much. The Fairy Queen's been with us since the beginning of the game. I'm a fine character, though. Everyone help Blue, because his brain's not big enough. Yeah, of course. We did the ice level. Now we gotta go to the fire level. Alright, get the Sapphire, go to Droog Mountain, talk to the dragon, defeat the Dark Lord, save the day. Thanks, Healing Fairy. There might be a clue. Maybe now I'll get to go back to the arena. Or something. Yeah? The Ice Medallion. Oh, yeah. Well, the stop spell certainly helped, right? Well, I was looking into it for money, too, to be fair. If it wasn't for all the hundreds of thousands of G's we've made in the killing random goblins, I probably would need some dragon money, too. Alright, let's just check out our new magic. That's the Ice Medallion there. I think it does a little bit more damage than our basic bullet, but, you know, also ice. It might freeze things. Look, you can't get too mad at the old 1990s, early 1990s English translator. I don't think this was a Woolsey translation. This is probably just somebody in Japan that took a course in English once, or, you know, their kids spoke English at school, and they're like, I can translate it, don't worry, guys. Except in Japanese, of course. Anyway, I'm going to take a short break. So for those of you watching on the YouTube video, that might have just been a 2-hour video if I was really lazy, but hopefully I split that in half. And I'll see you guys back for the next episode later on. Thanks for watching all that. And then for those of you on the live stream, I just need a short little break. It's a good cutoff point. We successfully completed dungeon number 3. If I remember correctly, there's only one more dungeon, or there's either 4 dungeons or 5, and so we're like most of the way through the game. I'd like to finish it today, and that's what I'm going to try to do. So when we come back, we'll keep at it. So enjoy the awesome music, and I'll be back in like... I'd be surprised if I was away for like more than 2 minutes. So, short break. Everyone get a drink. Alright, I'm back, but I'm going to do one thing before we continue the game, so just hold with me there. I want to check to make sure my... if you remember the beginning of the stream, when I wasn't actually recording, I want to double check that YouTube's not going to delete this as soon as I stop it. There's some settings for, like, what it does when it's over. Technically, there's DVR mode is already enabled, so you guys can go back and watch what was at the beginning right now. And it does say it's supposed to archive it, so theoretically, I should be able to download it and recover that first half hour of game or so. I think. Oh, there's like cards and stuff that I'm not doing properly. Oh no. Oh well. I don't care about cards. Yeah, it's a good game, Aaron. Like, you know, it's one of those ones I don't think it was terribly popular, so you probably... The fact that I had it as a kid was probably unusual. Most people, I would imagine, never even heard of this thing. I'm still looking for a couple settings. Just a sec. Where's all the advanced stuff? Come on, YouTube. They've changed some of the streaming interface a little bit over the last... since I used to do it regularly, so... It's a little bit weird. It's terribly... No, don't loop it here. I can see what you guys can see. Maybe if I just keep this here. Just gotta make sure I have the link to it so then I can download it when it's done is all. Yeah, we should be good. I'm not seeing any setting that says delete when finished, so we should be okay. I got to the screen I was looking for. It'll unlist the stream when it's over, so you'd have to have a link, but other than that, it should be fine. Alright, good. Basically, we're not publishing it to everyone's feed when it's over, because that's not what I want to do. Yeah, okay, no problem. Let's keep going, I guess. Unless I have some amazing comments. I could read you some cool comments. Oh yeah! I got a really good comment. Okay. Uh-oh. Stop that. Got to the, Stop it. Hate it when it auto-plays in the other tab. Did you guys know... Hey, stop it. Video. I hit pause and it keeps unpausing. Did you know that this is a high-quality video and that someone thinks I have potential to be a huge YouTuber and make so much money that this becomes your permanent job? It's just, I actually realized that your channel really isn't growing very fast, which is holding you again. If your videos acquired some more views, they would do so much better in the YouTube algorithm. My main channel has been having tons of success because I bought a few dollar guide on the way to an unlimited amount of views on any video. Literally, I just started, literally started, and one of my videos already has 7,000 almost views, and will have 20,000 by the end of the week, because I'm going to buy them, which is going to give me massive amounts of money, and the search algorithm, because my subscriber count goes up by like 40 subscribers every day. Now, I realize it sounds like an ad, ha ha ha, but it could really explode your channel. I can't post links in comments because I'm flagged as a spammer, so you'll have to find the link to this guide on my main channel banner. My main channel is featured on this channel that I'm using to comment. The link will be in the bottom. Hope this helps you down the road. You could have an extra 20,000 views on the video by the end of the week. Lol, I'm serious. It helps get the ball rolling, so have a look, man. Alright, I had to share that with you guys, because I get those pretty regularly. It's kind of funny. Anyway, you probably don't get to see them in the comments, because YouTube tends to auto-hide stuff like that, so you'll never even see them normally. But just trust that we get those in the background all the time. Anyway, let's get back to the game. We had a little break there. Yeah, you know, he's not like he's a spammer or anything. His job isn't spamming people. Alright, let me catch up with chat here. Did I miss anything? The stream looks better than the first episode? I haven't, like, looked at the uploaded video. It shouldn't be any different. Unless YouTube's messing around. As a general rule, most Squaresoft or Enix games are probably worth it. I'd lean a little bit more on the Squaresoft than the Enix side, but most Enix games are okay. They've got kind of a style, and they're not always top quality, but they're usually not bad. What else we got? The cover art's cool, yeah, you can see that in the corner there. There might be a floating castle at the end of the game, we'll see. And, yeah, alright. So, where were we? First, okay, hold on. When everyone's complaining about the first episode, I gotta go check now. Hold on. I don't know why we'd have a problem with it, but maybe we do. I didn't even check it. I just uploaded them. I'm like, it'll be fine, because the stream was good, so these will be fine. It is in HD, which is part of the battle. Sometimes YouTube, like, processes them strangely, and that's half the battle. Like, on my end, the video can look just fine, but then when you upload them, YouTube just messes it up somehow. And I think I see what you guys mean, and I have no idea why they did that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's really bad. What the heck is that about? Alright, well, let me check if my local files look like that, in which case this is totally messing up my... The stream's good for everybody, but the people watching it in video form later on are going to be suffering. Alright, hold on, just a sec. Now I'm concerned. Normally this sort of thing is the technology nowadays, that's not the problem, but is it my local videos? You can tell I'm a really professional because I don't like pre-watch all of my... Hello, Brainlordy 2. Quiet myself. No, my local file's totally fine, right? There's nothing wrong here. I don't think. Most of the time I was a Final Fantasy kid. I need my mute. Stop it. Stop it. Actually, no, to be fair, even my local's kind of bad. Alright, so I guess what must have happened is... because I'm streaming and recording at the same time, something's going on. Usually it's not a problem, or at least it wasn't the last time I did it, but... Yeah, it's definitely not... The local recording is less than the live stream version. Weird. Well, I'll have to see if I can download the live stream version and then just upload that. I'll look at it more when I'm done the stream. Hopefully it's not going to be too difficult. It should be within my technology, my ability to figure it out. Alright. So let's not bother recording an episode for the videos here, because clearly it's not going to work with my current settings. Huh, I didn't expect that to be a problem. A game that doesn't have you getting frustrated. I guess the mod for Final Fantasy VI for Brave New World, there was a couple frustrating bits, but overall, I feel like I might have been a bit harsh on it on camera, but like I did enjoy the mod. It's just that it took a game like Final Fantasy VI that I was a huge fan for, and it made a few sections of it worse. Most of it better, but some of it worse, and that's tough. Anyway, Brain Lord, yeah. Okay, so forget about recording. Let's just play. That'll be fine. I'll have to do a couple more tests on my end to figure out what was going on, and we're in the middle of a stream here, so it's not time. We don't want to spend too long on that kind of stuff. We'll drive all of you away. Everyone will disappear. So we're back in Toronto. You know, I'm kind of thinking, and I know this is kind of selfish, but like, I really want to level up my healing fairy a little bit. So, would you guys mind if I just went and got a couple level ups for her quick? Like, we're getting close to the end of the game, and I don't know, the last dungeon just did not give us experience, like, at all. I think we got, like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 orbs for the entire dungeon, which is just ridiculous. On the other hand, if we're here, I can get that one to drop every 10 seconds or so. And we can kill these guys in, like, 2 hits now, so that's also helpful. And if I position myself just right, he'll show up. We can kill him with like 2 boomerangs. And look at that, we got level up just like that. Now, I'm hoping, and I don't remember exactly the limit, but I'm hoping my attack fairy hits the level cap soon, and then I can use him to level up other fairies really quickly. But I mean, I don't want to spend too much time here. I know this is not the most amazing gameplay footage. But, you know, if you watch the last dungeon, you know the problem. I didn't get any levels. It's actually better to kill them when they're close to you, because it takes less time for your fairies to get there. I don't think I have to go all the way down, do I? I'll start optimizing this so it's even faster. There we go. Like, I don't know, I'd like to see Dodongo at, like, level 4 or 5, right? Like, maybe is that far enough? Oh, that's totally far enough. Get it in 1 boomerang toss. Can I, like... Oh, man, look at this! Alright, we're getting faster at this. Gotta go, like a... I gotta figure out the exact pixel I have to move to. Like, about there, maybe? Yeah. This is great. See, guys, aren't you happy? Look at me, I'm showing you amazing tricks. I want to see, like, Dudiga. I don't know what the max level is. I thought it was maybe 10, so maybe we'll check that out. Somewhere around there? I think the pixel is, like, just about there. It's something, like, just on that tile where you can, respawn that guy. Okay. Making good progress with the Dodonga. Should probably overshoot the pixel a little bit, just so it's more reliable. And actually, make sure you throw your boomerang at it. Now, I'm really not going to spend too long here, but like I said, I have a plan. And because it's so much faster than anywhere else, it's like, this has got to be worth it, right? If I set it up right, we even bounce the enemy closer towards us. So is this the max level? No. Wonder how high the level goes up to then. I mean, we're getting +1 damage for every level up to Dudoga, or whatever one it is, Dodonga. Is, you know, the attack fairy, whichever one. Such an easy way to level up. If you do want, like, if I ever want to show off, like, the cool attack fairies that do, like, the magic and stuff, this is probably the only way to get them useful, because for a very long time, their magic is, like, it just doesn't do any damage. So something like this is basically required to get them to catch up in levels. I think we'll just go like 1 more level up for each of them, and I'll say that's good. But, you know, like I said, I don't want to spend too long here. So that's the last level for him. We'll get 1 more for the healing fairy. And then we'll move along. It's kind of amazing this is like so easy to abuse, actually. There you go, good enough. We went from like level 2 to level 6. Like, that's a pretty big jump. I seem to remember that if you max out the healing fairy, it just, you basically regenerate HP constantly. Like, it's very, very hard to die, so like it's kind of worth it. And then, of course, getting 12 extra power per hit is not a bad thing. We would definitely get to the point where we'd be killing these guys in one hit if we stuck it out long enough. I'm not going to worry about that. Like, it could be that they go up to... I thought level 10 might be the max. It could be 20 or 30 for all I know. It would take a very long time to grind there, but... Well, less here than anywhere else in the game. Anyway, that'll do. Let's go to the weapon and armor shop first. Just in case they have new gear, although I kind of doubt it. We can buy some new magic, though, at the very least. This is not new gear. That is all old stuff. Probably the same. He'll never forget us. Holy smokes. We've made a lasting impression on the armor shop. Yeah, none of this is that valuable. Well, nothing is new anyway. We want to clear out any inventory. I doubt we're going to find any ice rocks in the fire dungeon, but we'll hold on to it anyway. We've got a couple damage orbs. We've got some healing items. I really don't think I'm going to need that many mirrors. We're not going to die. We're too good to die. And I've got a couple reserves anyway. Alright. I'm pretty happy with our gear overall. Got some inventory space free. Okay. Let's go buy some magic then. Spend our money on something. 200 or 20,000 Gs, you know? Oh, we could talk to, like, Vanessa now that she's home, right? We just gotta save the world. He knows what's up. The town's gonna keep getting attacked by goblins if we don't save the dragon. I have mixed feelings about that. Aren't you happy that she's alive? And that the man who saved her is now marrying her? Like, you can probably keep her safe. Alright, well, I guess we know what's going to happen at the end of the game. I have to attend a wedding ceremony. Everyone's favorite. I wonder if I'll get some clothes upgrade for the final wedding scene. Because, like, pretty sure I'm still barefoot, wearing a white robe and a rope sash. Oh, this is... Okay, that's probably where we need to go to continue the story, but I wanted to go to the magic shop first. Now, we did make them all younger earlier. I thought there was, like, a heart you could get in here when I remembered. Like... I'm pretty sure I broke all the pots in here already. There might be some sort of trick you can do in this room. Because I sort of remember getting something in here as a kid, but I don't think we did any in the Let's Play yet. Like, I think all we've gotten is, well, we made them all younger and didn't get any reward for it. Oh, I didn't know you could break those. Nice. Can I break your books? There's pots in here, right? Shucks. My back pain is gone. Okay, that's good. Well, let's buy some magic. Well, we may never use any of this stuff, but I should at least buy it and try to show it off once or twice. It's actually probably smart to not buy all the magic, just because it takes longer to... Like, if you're looking for a specific spell, and you've bought everything, you have to cycle through the entire list. But, you know, whatever. Alright, we still got lots of money, we bought all the magic. Good. It's also possibly that possible that the jewel seller sells new fairies right now, perhaps. But we'll check that later, maybe. But we can go down here now. Right, he gave us the healing fairy for the silver plaque, which was a good trade for sure. Long ago, a demon king controlled this world. The day the dragon was born, the demon king returned to the darkness. When the dragons died, demon king returned to this world. I wonder if there's clues about the dragon. Long ago, ruined. Yeah, yada yada. don't, I'm pretty sure my dad was doing that as well, to be honest. Science and sorcery. That's a different spin on the tabletop. I'll get you. Geography and literature. This will be really exciting. Yeah. Oh. To the north are Arcs. That's where we used to live. And we've been to the Tower of Light. We've been to the Barren Land. But we've never been to the Ook tribe. That's new. I like that this game has sketchy in the translation. That's good. It's environmentally the best. Yeah, the people from Toronto probably think they're the best too, so that's fair. The translators got it right on that one. Dangerous creatures. So-called monsters. Dark World, remember Link to the Past? There's a few tie-ins. So the difference between monsters and not monsters is their intelligence, even though they look exactly the same. Woodnor. We got Fordor and Woodnor now. It's really nice to call the area Arcs one of the town's Arcs and the other town Toronto. Abel was... I thought that was the name of the ancient civilization we found the ruins of, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for the history lesson. I bet you I never read any of this as a kid. I just, like, books? Ugh, boring. They probably built a giant robot, and then it went crazy and destroyed the entire city. That's how it usually goes, right? Oh, there was dwarves even. That's kind of scary. There were so many dragons they blotted out the sun. This was before 300, guys. 300 stole it from Brainlord. You heard it here, guys. You heard it here. Even fairies. Well, there's lots of magical creatures. It's fine. Alright, let's learn about science. Jade fairies. Are they animals? Are they spirits? Who knows? A book entirely about fairy balls. Welcome, fella. Let's learn about fairy balls. So they draw small amounts of energy from things. That's good. They eat anything but rock. Cool. Playing science and sorcery today. I think that's the spell we got in the last dungeon. That sounds pretty rude, actually. I think we get that spell like in the last dungeon, but I think that's one of the best spells, actually. These are examples of murdering all your enemies. It's good stuff. Every time, guys. Every time. There was a bunch of plaques in the last dungeon, now it's just... I don't even have any antidotes. Now we're just gonna die of poisoning. It's fine. Friggin' books. Never trust a library. Never trust a library. Poisonous books. Alright, well... Ice Castle... It's kind of silly that it's this hard to read. We've been there already. We already know the Fairy Queen. She's our friend. Very fierce. That battle in the land of Abel. Many weapons and arms, and yeah. it's cool. We're all pretty confident that the Demon King is bad and we need to beat him up. And that the Dragon Warriors stop the Demon King. Like, that's cool. Hey, Platinum was robbed. Nice. No. These books aren't helping very much, I gotta say. Dragon Warriors. Oh man, they're gonna get copyrighted claimed right here. Content ID, copyright flag, the game's over. Sorry, guys. Well, the legacy will only die out if we don't have children, so, like, there's a way to avoid that. I'm so glad I didn't cure my poisoning. Now I'm double poisoned. Alright, well, good fun at the library. Thanks, old man. I don't want to hear it anymore. I just wanted to tell you that I got poisoned by your books. Seriously, it's fine. Yeah, we read all this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm out of here. Well, we know there's elves nearby, and they probably left the poison in the books. I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Alright, well, looks like we're going to have to go back and buy some antidotes from... Where do we buy antidotes? Is there a normal shop? Yeah, it's left of... Yeah, it's just I just never go here. It's cool. Totally forgot about it. Upbeat music shop, though. Alright, there's probably nothing to sell. I don't know why I clicked that. Just habit. But, nope. Nope. That's one. Yeah, I think we'll just buy a bunch of antidotes, honestly. Seeing as they, not only look rude when you're poisoned, but they also apparently cut your attack and defense by half. I mean, that's not very nice. And it just never goes away. Like, paralysis, I think, wears off after a little while. But poisoning just seems to be forever, so... I'm not a fan of it, honestly. Maybe we'll get an accessory in the next dungeon that makes you immune to poison. Okay, so we need to find some more hints on how to get a sapphire, because we need a sapphire to get to the Droog volcano to find the dragon. To beat the Demon Lord, I think. Pretty sure that's all.